course, when we talk about issues like this, the people in Taraba State, they got a visitor on Saturday, and the man went straight up and told them, defend yourselves, because it looks as though that the military is not helping. And his comments alone is beginning to raise a lot of dust, particularly from the presidency and the army, while the likes of the PDP and some others like IPOB, they're already saying this is what we are talking about. Somebody should say it the way it is. Now, the gravity is for a man of that status. He has been there, done that, to come out and make such a comment. How deep is that comment?
Now, we must look at T.Y. Danjuma's statement from, number one, the person, number two, the events, number three, the offices he has held. From the offices T.Y. Danjuma has held. The problem with Nigerians is that when we are in office, we don't do the things that will prevent us in old age from crying.
Okay.
T.Y. Danjuma had been in modern day Nigerian politics from around the age of 20-something. You remember what happened between him and Agoyin Ronsi in Ibadan, in the retaliatory coup. At a point, T.Y. Danjuma was more of only a northerner. Then his interest was respected. T.Y. Danjuma became minister he was involved in power changes in this country militarily over the years. He was the man who refused to become president. T.Y. Danjuma was minister for defense at one time, and remember Odi, remember Malu's village. That was when Malu's house was destroyed. The problem I have with Nigerians, and the reason I am here, is that when we are in positions, we should rectify issues in this nation so that when we are old, they will not become a problem to us.
Okay.
Whatever Danjuma is complaining about in this country now, and concerning the army, he had the opportunity to correct them and rectify them. And every person listening to me now, I was discussing with a mobile policeman. His pension had not been paid for years.
For years.
And he was wobbling. I told him, if I had gone into the streets to protest that Nigerian policemen should be paid well, you will have come to shoot me. So we have a problem in this country. When our bread is properly buttered, we keep quiet. When IPOB, when people were innocently being killed in Aba, Onitsha, and other parts of the country, T.Y. Danjuma did not talk. When T.Y. Danjuma got an oil block and sold it for $500,000 or whatever, and he said he didn't know what to do with money, he didn't talk about pollution of Ogoni and the Niger Delta. Now that it has affected his people, he's now speaking. That aside, and it's a warning to all of us, a warning to this military man listening to me now, a warning to the DSS man listening to me now, a warning to the policeman listening to me now, because Nigeria has a way of catching up with you, because we are breeding a nation where we don't have values. People like Jerry Ghana have not spoken. A host of them have not spoken. Thank God, T.Y. Danjuma has spoken. If T.Y. Danjuma, a northerner to the core, has come to say, and a military man to the core, has come to say that the military is not, their hands are not clean, I don't know his source of information. There are people who you call authorities, and T.Y. Danjuma is an authority. And therefore, we should take his statement very, very seriously. More especially when it has been reported in the newspapers that helicopters come and drop food and ammunition, even in Delta State here. One of our representatives, I won't call his name now, said that food was being dropped by helicopters. And somebody in Benue State also said that food was being dropped by helicopters. Somebody also said that hillocks accompany herdsmen in their grazing. And at the same time, people who were getting locally made guns or whatever to defend themselves were being arrested. And at the same time, in Edo State recently, herdsmen were arrested by a group of vigilantes. Soldiers came from a barrack, shot the man who arrested the herdsmen, and carried the herdsmen away with a military truck. What I want to say is that the Nigerian military is what holds us together as a nation. The Nigerian military is well trained. The Nigerian military has had great exploits outside this nation. It is possible that there are rogue elements in the Nigerian military who are playing to the tune of a cabal, who are playing to the tune of tribal sentiments. How can I say that? If girlfriends phone soldiers and they come and beat people who annoy them.
Okay, that part.